What is good, my dudes, dudettes, and folks of other dispositions? Today we're starting a brand new adventure with Octopath Traveler 2. I really enjoyed the first game of Octopath. It was kind of like a love letter to the type of genre I'm really into. Pardon me while I make sure audio is okay. I think it's fine. Maybe a little bit less on the music on the title screen here. But yeah, Octopath Traveler is a personal favorite of mine. I definitely have been looking forward to this release, but I have a little something special for you guys planned as we continue on this journey. But for today, we will be starting as Osvald. That's him right there. Osvald V Vanderbilt or something like that. And we will continue to collect all of the other party members as we move on, but I'm very excited to be able to publish this out on YouTube because the first one was pretty stingy about what you could publish and that sort of stuff. So I'm excited that they opened that up. Hyped for all the advanced improvements and everything, but I really wanted to talk throughout this entire intro, but you know me. I'm kind of the one to jump right into the middle of things, so without further ado, let's begin Octopath Traveler 2. Da, 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 da. Wow, we're way up here. Alright. Scholar Osvald. Your name is Osvald V. Vanstein. You are a scholar. Your tale begins in the snow-swept reaches of the Winterlands. You have been sentenced to life in prison for murdering your wife and daughter, and have since spent 1,879 days locked within a frigid cell. Harvey, the man who took everything from me, shall die by my hand. I swear it. Let me just turn down my own volume here for a second. Not even the bitter cold can extinguish the raging fire in your breast. And so, you set out to exchange your revenge. Look forward to lots of voice acting on this one. Oh, Matthew Mercer, man. Man after my own heart, that one. I did turn down the voices of the other of the real voice actors because
all things in this world have a source.
Do his thing.
Nothing begets nothing. Follow the chain of cause and effect, and it will lead you to the answer you seek.
For the record, you, Osvald, plead not guilty. Is that correct?
There should be a new auto advance
The facts
feature.
are thus. Upon extinguishing the fire, the bodies of your wife and daughter were found in the rubble. They were nearly charred beyond recognition. A gruesome sight. I'm sure you agree. Thus, the court accepts, without objection, immolation as the cause of death. However, there is one last inexplicable detail. Nothing one could reasonably consider the cause of the conflagration was found at the scene. Ergo, the fire ought not to have happened at all. Absent the use of magic, that is. You were a scholar of magic, weren't you, Osvald? Is that a mere coincidence? I think not.
I think not.
Having conducted a thorough investigation of the scene, the court holds the following to be true. You, Osvald, were the only one capable of starting such a fire that night.
In the sacred name of Alafan the Scholar King, the court hands down the following verdict. Osvald V. Vanstein, we find you guilty of the murder of your wife and daughter. for which you are sentenced to life imprisonment on Frigid Isle. Do you have any last words?
Harvey. The man who took everything from me.
The man who took everything from me.
Shall die by my hand.
I swear it. Alright, it just threw us right into that. Right into the court session. Didn't really give us too much of a chance to plead our case and stuff like that, but you know.
Frigid Isle. A
Just
solitary
Isle.
island in the far northern reaches of the sea. Some call it the edge of the world. Blanketed in snow all through the year. The nearest continent is due east. 4 days' journey by sea. Even on the largest vessel. Even then, the fierce blizzards at sea can make a wreck of the mighty ships. Trips to and from this accursed place are heavily regulated.
Pardon me while I check my stream, my internet speed and stuff like that. I just now realized it was laggy. But I know usually when this happens the audio still comes in, so... Internet seems fine. Not dropping frames on OBS here. What's the issue? What's the issue, my guy? There's gotta be something. It's always something. We'll check my settings real quick. Did I fix it? Great. I'm glad that I don't know why it was being an issue. Not really. Alright, let's continue. My apologies.
Technology. Can't live with it, can't live without it.
Back to the atmosphere.
This place holds all mainlanders found guilty of the most heinous crimes. It held over 300 of us at its peak. In its 80-year history, none have escaped.
None have escaped.
Or rather, I should
say,
the deplorable treatment of the prisoners ensures that lives end before sentences do. I have survived for 1,879 days, but neither the unforgiving climate nor the ravages of time shall extinguish
the fire in my breast. Like that quote.
Another frigid day in hell, eh, Professor?
Say so.
You know what this is? It's your little notebook. It never leaves your hands, does it?
Give that back.
Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm only borrowing it. You were quite the scholar, weren't you? Yes, this notebook could be worth quite a lot. I'm sure it'd fetch me a tidy pile of cigarettes. You're welcome to take it back, of course, but you'll have to fight me for it.
Easily done. I'm just gonna beat up this guy. Alright, I got you, no worries. We're gonna skip all the tutorials and just mug this guy. You want it back so badly, come and get it. Yes, I know how to Octopath. You chose this. So is this guy like the silent protagonist then? The real protagonist of Octopath Traveler 2? Like Ophelia. Oh, I guess Oswald. Yeah, Osvald.
Take it back. I've got no use for your filthy scribblings anyhow. Help! Guards! He's gonna kill me!
It's all written in code anyway, you can't understand it. Ba-da-ba-da. We got our book back.
Help! Somebody!
Calm down. Oh.
What's all this about?
What's all this about?
It's him. He attacked me.
Going through this mess, are we?
Well, if it isn't Osvald, our magical murderous scholar.
Yes, and I'm already guilty once again.
How do you like the new toy I gave you, Professor? It's a fine little muzzle, isn't it?
Oh, he's silenced, that's why.
Keeps you from speaking those spells you love so much.
Gotcha.
You're the only one who has the honor of wearing it, I'll have you know. You should be kissing my feet.
Take off this mask and I will, gladly.
What's that look for? I know defiance when I see it, and I'll have none of it. I'd love to hear what you sound like. I really would.
Bet.
When you're begging for your life, that is.
Alright. Looks like we're lagging again. We'll finish the scene and do more troubleshooting. Wonder why I'm having an issue here. You.
13 seconds.
Oh, he's counting them.
13
Seconds from the time a prisoner calls for help to the guard's response. Let me just refresh here. Wonder what is tripping it up, because my frames are not being dropped. My speed is still good. Alright, task manager, what you got for me? My apologies. You don't need to run right now. Don't need to run right now. Do the thing, do the thing. Do not end my stream. Alright, what's going on? I mean, that looks fine to me. I guess nothing's moving yet, but we will see. My apologies, but we're gonna keep moving on. We're gonna get through this.
At least some
valuable information's come of all this. I hope I'm lining up with his voice. I guess I haven't ever checked my voice latency with theirs. We will experiment. This first episode is an experiment.
And 34 guards for 292 prisoners.
However, I absolutely need to fix the streaming status here. What is wrong? What is wrong? Why are you doing this to me? Tell me how I can fix this. Let me just reset again. Yeah, see, now it's fine. But if it keeps occurring, it's because something else is wrong. But we'll just continue along like this for today, because that's all I can do.
Over time, I've learned much about the way the prison and the people within it work. And all of that knowledge
Shall inform my eventual escape.
An escape for which the plan is written in this notebook, using a cipher, naturally. I've revised said plan numerous times these last 5 years, and polished it to a fine sheen.
But my streaming settings are not polished. Alright, I'm just gonna... Oh man, how am I gonna do this? How am I going to do this? Alright, I'm hitting the reload button on YouTube. Because that's where the problem is. It's not in OBS. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, still looking interesting here. I'm digging the music though. Pardon me while I discover what is wrong with the stream. All my tags from the last stream are in here. Yeah, sorry if things aren't congruent on the details, but that is not important right now. I wish the widget said more than what the problem was here. Internet speed, fine. Streaming, fine. Settings in OBS, we checked a little bit here. Can't really tell. Oh, give me some snowflakes. There we go. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I did change something.
Only 3 pieces of the puzzle remain. The first, an escape route. For this, I have chosen a passage that leads beneath the prison. This passage is overlooked even by the guards themselves, and it leads directly out of this place. I must conduct a more thorough review of it, and soon.
Speaking of thorough reviews. I'm gonna be a little peeved if I just reset my whole computer and it ends up working, but I think that might do something more than changing settings over and over again. Maybe my quality is too high. Might be a thing. All right, let me adjust a couple quality settings before doing it. Okay. Give me the snowflakes. Oh, it's frozen. Never mind. We won't see if it's good until there's movement. Oh,
Suitable clothing.
yeah, we don't want to freeze to death, right?
Once I escape, I'll be exposed to the elements.
Good thing I'm a pyro mage.
The cold will claim me in minutes if I'm clad in nothing but these rags. The third and final, an accomplice. To escape on my own would be to rely on my own assumptions. I require the help of another with intimate knowledge of the prison's inner workings.
It's like it's working.
With these three pieces in place,
My plan shall move that much closer to completion.
At which point, only its execution shall remain.
And then we rest. The next morning.
Wake up, human filth! To work with you!
Eh, shut up.
Nice, I think I fixed it, unless it comes back up again. Now let me fix my audio, because it's way more quiet than I thought.
I understand this island was once dotted with mines.
Mine!
Entire mountains were reduced to rubble for ore.
No,
The
dark and
prison was
brooding. Be
built
dark and
atop
brooding.
the wreckage.
He's ripped, too.
To this day, there remains phosphor buried in the frigid earth. It's immensely flammable and sells for a fair bit of coin. So the prisoners are forced to mine it, and the guards line their pockets with the proceeds.
Mine scum! Keep those hands moving! I said, keep moving! Unless you'd rather freeze to death!
Can't you see me swing my pickaxe?
What's wrong with you?
I lost my sleeves. It's too cold.
Can't move anymore. Too cold. Don't you go soft on me, criminal filth. Need I remind you that you were sent here to atone for your misdeeds? So beg whatever god you serve for forgiveness, and dig, you useless little mole!
Alright, I've had enough of this.
Your life is worthless compared to the precious phosphor you cleave from the earth. And believe you me, we'd burn you instead if you were anywhere near as easy to set alight. Do you understand? Answer me!
Warden, sir, is already dead.
Disgusting.
An unfortunate common sight. We are adaptable creatures. Any
environment, no matter how horrific, can be made ordinary.
Forced labor is followed by a vanishingly small window of free time. It is in this free time that I review the remaining pieces of my plan. They are three.
Find an escape route,
The first, an escape route.
proper clothing.
The prison is as old
Oh.
as it is massive. There are bound to be gaps and awkward seams.
It seems awkward.
Perhaps I can glean a hint or
These
two
gaps.
from someone with intimate knowledge of the island's history.
Okay.
The second, suitable clothing. One they call the Provisioner sells the clothing I'll need to survive.
Finally, an
But
accomplice.
first, I need to find them. I'll
Start by asking any prisoners who might know this provisioner.
The third and final piece.
An accomplice.
My accomplice cannot be an ordinary prisoner. I must find someone capable of enacting my escape plan. Then all that will remain is the plan's execution.
Alright. Cool radar stuff. Gonna yell at me? Do filthy murderers like you even have hearts? Do I interact? No, just talk. Alright, well, first things first. Let's save. 26 minutes dealing with streaming issues, but it's all good now. Huzzah. I'd rather be out here in the cold than locked up in that cell. They say home is where you make it. But who the hell could make this place a home? Alright, you're the quest guy. I don't want to talk to you quite yet. You're better off not knowing what I've done. Hey, muzzle mouth. Wipe that smug look off your face. I'll be as smug as I want to. Fire is so warm and toasty. Alright. Kinda looking for chests too. You're the provisioner. Calling it right now. My story senses are tingling. That guy's the provisioner. Any chests in here I can raid? Hey, Professor, we've got some new thesis papers in. Shut up. Unless you're actually being serious. Is that like a joke? Ruler of land, conqueror of sea. Maybe I'll read this one next. Where are the settings? I've dropped down the voices just a little
Octopath
bit.
Traveler.
I'm gonna put it back up a little bit again. We just got some basic stuff for our equipment. And hardly any items. We do have a couple healing items though. Saw an olive of life in there. Hello?
There are not so many guards watching the cafeteria during this shift. Now is my chance to find an accomplice.
Great. Let's see who's capable. Scrutinize. Let's go. This is what I was looking for. First you. It's just me or my arrow is missing? There we go. Oh, I had to select a guy. A prisoner who was once an aristocrat, he seems cultured and intellectual, but is prone to leaps and subjects, as well as sudden bouts of shouting and unruliness.
No.
Yeah. Not that guy. What's your thing? You're not a guy I can bring with me? Prime mass poisoning. Okay. You seem capable. Flippant. A footlooker who reports misconduct to the prison guards once he witnesses it. Well, not this guy.
This one won't do.
I should be more dark. No. This one won't do. How about Emerald here? A well-known figure around the prison. His exceedingly wary demeanor belies a sense of determination unlike any other. Okay. I mean, there aren't any red flags. Just
You
an
there.
emerald one.
A word. What are you playing at? Skulking around and sizing up all the prisoners.
Wish I could tell you, but I got a muzzle.
Ah, right. You can't speak on account of the muzzle.
That's what I thought.
I've been watching you. You know, for the last 5 years.
Oh.
And all that time you've been feigning indifference while you surveilled the place, right?
You know it.
The other prisoners, the guards,
Everyone and everything. I like his voice.
watching for minute differences, like you're making some sort of audit. As far as I'm concerned, only 2 types of prisoners watch silently for 5 years. Hungry beasts and people plotting an escape. That's it.
You're goddamn right.
If it's the former, I know someone who can help. But if it's the latter... So, which one are you, Professor? Shake your head if you're the former, or nod if you're the latter.
I never knew my real ladder.
So, my eyes didn't deceive me after all. You're quite clever, I'll say that. Now, for my formal request. I want in on your plan. I can be of use to you. You'll see. I got lots of valuable information I'll only share with a close confidant. I've collected it over my long years in this place. That's why they call me Emerald the Informant.
Emerald the Informant.
I know my information's good. You could do far worse, Professor Jailbreak.
Only someone of considerable
Considerable wit
could
could figure out my plot through more observance.
Further, he is correct that I have need of his wares.
Where? Bears.
I can
Bears?
certainly use them to my advantage.
Very
I
well.
knew you'd see it my way.
Let's see which one of us betrays the other first.
So, what would you have me do?
Find an escape route, probably. Oh, wait, no. I'd probably have him talk to the provisioner, because I can't.
This horrid island is 4 days' journey from the nearest shore. Even if our escape proves successful, we'll need a ship capable of making the journey to the mainland. I have set my sights on the vessel carrying the inspectors, who visit the prison on an erratic schedule. Thus, I need to know when it is due to arrive next. The ledger containing that information is fiercely guarded.
I stand no chance of laying eyes on it.
But all I need to know is the date. For that will be the date we make our escape.
That will be the date. I will be on my date with Emerald.
Understood. That won't come easily.
Neither will I.
Not
I mean,
impossible, though. I'll contact you once I have it. One more thing. Get me the key to this muzzle. Can't make any promises there, seeing as it was made just for you. Let's just pray luck is on our side, eh, confidant?
I'm confident that I'm confidant. Don't.
The plan is in motion. I just need to let the informant
do his work. Solid. Step 3 completed. I am one for doing plans backwards. Oh, it's a once per day thing, huh? Alright, well.
Osvald. Osvald.
What is it?
Have you found the answer?
God? Is that you? flame bearer?
To work, maggots! Move!
After forced labor. Now I simply need to determine an escape route and procure... No! The lines! Someone who knows the history of this place should be able to point me in the right direction. I should seek out the prisoner they call the Provisioner if I want a cold weather wear. The only question is which to procure first. Find a floor plan and weather wear. I think it's best to scout out an area, just because that way we're not dealing with another person. A long-serving guard on this island, physically and verbally assaulting the prisoners is a fact of life for him now. When he first joined, he had high hopes for the prisoner's rehabilitation, but the prison has changed him. Is Emerald in here? Nah. I already scrutinized you. It's a good thing no one minds being scrutinized at the prison. Just like real life. Hello, non-interactable NPC. Maybe you're the Provisioner. I just saved. What's your deal? Trespassing? Child's play. I killed my own family. I don't know why I'm joking about that. Manufacture and sale of illegal concoctions. An apothecary, eh? Tell me about those new books you had. A timid guard who doubles as the prison's librarian. He avoids trouble at all costs and lets prisoners do as they please. Thus, while official policy states that books are not to be taken out of the library, he generally looks the other way. Give me all the books. I want the books. Put them in my bag. I want to be able to read them one day. Scrutinize. Prisoner stole and sold a rare book belonging to the Order of the Sacred Flame. The book's wear amounts remain unknown. Is that from the deepest reaches of hell? From the last game? You're the one that stole it. I actually don't even know if this is the same continent as the last Octopath Traveler. A firm believer that justice is served when the prisoners suffer, and that they must be guided with a firm and unsparing hand. He greatly admires Warren Davids and hopes to take his place. Alright, so I'm killing you first. Delusional and pathological liar. Okay. And what was it that you said? I know I'm supposed to talk to you, because you have the green bubble. But he probably doesn't have info about a way out. I probably find that in here. Probably that's Provisioner info.
I must find a prisoner familiar with the underground passage.
Hey, do you know about the underground passage? Defacing a public building. Claims to be an artist. It's art, man. Defacing art is art itself. Nothing super important there. I like how they have the NPCs I can walk around without talking to them now. That is new. Adds more flavor. You're a green guy. There's a bunch of green ones, so let's just see. High-ranking member of an evil organization bent on world domination through abject fear and demoralization of the populace, or so he claims. He refuses to speak when asked about the specific nature of his crime.
I don't believe this prisoner knows anything.
He's bent on taking over the world. Who's right here? Oh, must be upstairs. I don't think I'm gonna get anything super interesting from too many of these guys, but just on the off chance that, like, it shows up, like, it'll probably quiz me in the future in Osvald's journey. Perpetually annoyed guard. The prisoners, it turns out, are not the only ones worn down by the island's unforgiving climbs. Most guards take out their frustrations on the prisoners. Like the whole former or latter situation, they'll probably have me remember what I have learned in game. Great. Abduction. That's probably the lowest thing you could possibly do. Though he appears exhausted and demoralized, he's actually the most brutal guard of the lot. The moment his temper is lost, there is no stopping him. Has killed over 10 prisoners, each one an accident. Air quotes around accident. Falsely accused. Yeah, me too, buddy. Welcome to the club. Messenger of the gods? Hey, I need your money because God told me to. Gambling. Great. That would kind of suck. Can I talk to you? Oh, hey. Piracy. Yar. I'm surprised there's not a chest around, but I guess why would they have things lying around in a prison? Realism and all that. Oh. As soon as I start talking about it. An inspiring plum. How refreshing. Cereal assault. Not the frosted flakes. Alright, you must be the guy, because you're the third green one. Prone to sudden fits of shrill, piercing laughter. This laughter is an attempt to dissuade others from approaching, as he is recently incarcerated and terrified of prisons.
I don't believe this prisoner knows anything.
Alright, back down to the one that I skipped. See, I always end up doing the puzzle in the longest way possible. Even unintentionally. However, I will try to be quicker in the future. Guard who barks all orders at the top of his lungs, once a man of low esteem who had never issued a single order. He vividly remembers the day he became a guard and saw the prisoners follow his every word to the leather. The power was more intoxicating than any liquor. Even gin. Alright, you're the guy, huh? Prisoner serving an extremely long sentence who worked on the construction of the underground passage. The hard labor ruined his legs, however, leaving him confined to his cell, doing far simpler labor. You're my guy.
The underground passage. I don't just know it. I helped build it.
I helped build it. Play forward.
But don't go asking me details. Best I can say is there ought to be a labor report for it on file in the library.
Fantastic. I can get past the librarian.
The library.
The library. Make for the library. Da, da, do, da, do. This was where all the books were stored. Yoink!
This must be the labor report that prisoner spoke of. Whoever wrote it spared no detail in recording the construction of the passage. And they were a prisoner as well. Must be why no one gave it so much as a second glance. There's an entry to the passage right by the guard station. All is proceeding as planned. I've studied the tunnel's construction, and I am certain it is suitable for my escape.
Time to go to bed.
Back to your cells, now!
Called it.
Seems I'm out of time.
Back to the hole, then.
Hole, sweet hole. Hole is where the heart is.
Osvald,
What?
have you found the answer?
25. This is Harvey.
No, Harvey. Though I have a theory. Behold this small flame. Nothing exceptional. Yet if I apply the equation I have here, its intensity is compounded. And in theory, its power is multiplied.
He's talking a lot more like Cyrus now. That's really fun.
However, as long as it remains a flame, its power is limited.
Using equations to amplify magic powers? This is incredible.
It's pretty obvious
You're
to
a
me.
genius, Osvald. The one true magic. You're one step closer to it, to standing alone atop the summit of magic scholarship. Though, I must warn you not to grow too fond of the idea, for I will surpass you.
Bet. A nightmare.
Time to work, you worthless sacks of meat. Up and out!
I never want to dream of school ever again. That last test I took. I studied with music in the background, and then there was no music when we tested. After forced labor. Although the reminder and the other calls it the provisioner. I just need to find them. Hey, you guy with the green speech bubble, you know where I can find the provisioner?
So you're the muzzled scholar I've heard so much about.
That I am, Bale.
You look like you need something. Same as everyone else who comes to see me. The name's Bale. Most call me the Provisioner. I can secure most anything people ask for. Not for money, given our circumstances. But everyone has something of value on them, if you know what I mean.
That's right. Hugs.
So, he won't hand it over for free. Though, if I can find his weakness, I'd better scrutinize some of the other prisoners.
Time to do more scrutinizing. Now there's gonna be one guy. Oh, never mind, it's a couple. Hey, you. Hey, you. Prisoner is extremely violent, former human trafficking victim turned human trafficker.
I don't believe this prisoner knows anything.
Muzzle mouth. Better watch where you sleep tonight. Just kidding. Osvald is not the one to deal with petty prisoners. Relative mildly mannered prisoner. Oh, nice. Unable to read upon incarceration, but learn to do so.
I don't believe
Well, good for you. Hey, man, I hope you make it out of here. Like, for real. You seem like a real stand-up guy. Don't know what your crime was, but I probably said so. Warrens Davids dropped his coin purse the other day, and this prisoner watched as Bale picked it up. He doesn't dare tell a soul, though as Bale knows his weakness. So Bale knows this prisoner's weakness, but Bale's weakness is that he has...
Let's see how he responds.
He has the coin purse? Hey, I know you have extra money. Oh.
finally come to pay, have you?
I don't need to. You already have the money.
What's that scrap of paper in your hand?
I can't talk, remember, dumbass?
What? Where did you get this?
I wrote it.
Whatever you want, it's yours. Just swear you won't speak a word of this to anyone.
Cold weather where? Bears?
My plan proceeds apace.
My plan proceeds
This clothing
apace.
must keep me from freezing to death.
Back to your cells, you animals!
That will have to wait. Back to the hole for now.
Osvald,
That's me. Hello.
have you found the answer?
I'm pretty sure it's 25. I double checked the math. It's 25.
I've
I reached a dead end.
There's
There's
just, one last piece missing. I've explored every possible avenue, but it's nowhere to be found. What could possibly be powerful enough to serve as the source of the one true magic?
You've done enough, Osvald. Well done, truly.
I don't like the tone of your voice.
Now, allow me, the great Harvey, to provide the final piece for you.
Is it a piece of cake?
Harvey.
Confidant. It took a while, but the goods came in.
Perfect.
What's this? I don't recall giving you permission to speak to one another.
I can't speak, remember?
You misunderstand, Warden. This isn't what it...
It's your lucky day, scum! Speak another word, and I will bury you in the very pit in which you toil! Do I make myself clear?
At least that's the last I'll ever feel of that club, right? I'll see you at the storehouse behind the mess hall.
See you at the club behind the storehouse. Where we'll dance all night long. Get jiggy with it. Bum, bum. Cool, I get to check out the mine. Can I go inside? Give me a feather, please. I would like to save. I got some other stuff I gotta get going on, which is fine because I did want to do something with Emerald here in the future. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it for today. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Let me pull up little Osvald here. I'm curious about his stats real quick. Does he have his stats? Yeah, there we go. So he does have... I wonder how strong he is compared to Cyrus. Probably has a higher physical attack because he's ripped. Obviously more inclined for elemental attack and damage, so magic attack and damage. Accuracy... It's hard to compare to, like, other characters when there aren't any. But if I was to take a guess, I'd say his speed is pretty slow and his evasion is pretty high, and accuracy is probably about par. SP is probably really high, and HP is likely low, but not as low as Cyrus. I remember he was very squishy. So, yeah. This is Osvald so far. Cool, we don't even know where the other characters are. On this little island. Oh man, so anyways, this is Octopath Traveler 2. I'm very excited to continue this journey with those who decide to tag along. But as always, my profound thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. You know what to do if you enjoyed the video. You know how to work YouTube and all that stuff. And next time you can expect the conclusion of this story, and likely the beginning of the next. Catch you next time. Peace.
Saving's probably a pretty good idea.